Hey there, Amy Hetrick here. Welcome to my channel where I like to share all things to do with my art and being an artist. I like to share kind of my daily life here and the good, the bad, the ugly. I want to be completely honest that sometimes we have bad days with art and don't have the greatest drawings, but that's okay. That's how we learn. So that's what this channel is all about, just showing you all the things. Come along to my studio and see how I do things. But I also love to teach. I was a teacher for quite a while, and a kindergarten teacher, and I homeschool my kids now, and I love to teach. So when I'm on this channel, I would like to continue with that love of teaching my favorite subject, which is art, obviously. And so this week I thought what would be really good is to show you how to do heads, excuse me, heads and faces, kind of like where you would put all of the facial features, like the different proportions, but then staying true to myself, keeping it very loose, so this is not your super realistic face type learning. This is just how to get it on paper and to learn your quick proportions. This is a great lesson for children and people of all ages. But I'm going to break it down so it's super simple, and then I'll show you how I kind of sometimes then with my illustration for children's books will kind of change it into a more fun, whimsical, kind of push some of the proportions and things like that. So come join me in my art table. You can grab and draw with me so that you can learn. That's the best way to learn, in my opinion. So grab a sketchbook, paper, pencil. I'm going to also use some watercolor, I think, and whoever knows what else I decide to get up to. So just grab whatever you have and come join me on my art table. Okay, so when it comes to doing faces, I thought I'd just show you some of the things I do. This is a little bit more, a little bit more kind of realistic, not super realistic, but it's not my normal like children's book style. But I love to play with faces and heads are kind of one of my go-tos, that if I kind of don't know what I'm drawing or what I want to do, I'll go do that, and it kind of starts. It's something easy for me to do. Didn't used to be easy, but now it's easy for me to do. But a lot of people are very intimidated, like that's more my cartoon style. So a lot of people are intimidated by heads because it's very easy to get the proportions wrong. So that's why I'm going to show you really quick. I'm trying to see if I can find them more really quick steps on how to get the proportions down and things like that. Okay, so that is what we're going to do. And once you learn it, you can change the proportions up to do more stylized characters, but what we really want to focus on is getting the proportions down straight. I think I'm going to switch paper because it's getting so thick, it's not laying. I'll be right back. I'm going to go switch. Okay, so in order to do a head, it's very easy. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to draw an oval shape. I suggest you doing it big the first time around so you have room to work. So a big oval shape, doesn't have to be perfect. Egg shape, oval shape, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so this is your top of your head. This is like the very top of your skull, your head, okay? So that's like kind of like your top of the top of your head, okay? And then this line down, this right here is your chin. Okay, so now I always try to do my eyes next, because once you get the eyes in, then everything else falls into place. So believe it or not, your eyes are halfway down your head. I know that's gonna sound incorrect, but it is definitely correct. You can pull up a photo and look at it and kind of eyeball it and measure it down, and you will see that they are halfway down the head. So when you're learning, you can draw a little light line if you want. Once you get used to it, you won't need that line. So that's the eye line. So the next thing is I'm going to draw 2 eyes. One thing I am going to take in consideration is this, especially the space in between. You actually have an eye space here, and an eye, the width of the eye between the 2 eyes, and then you should have another eye space here. It's not always super accurate when I draw my looser style that I draw, but that's roughly how you should do it. Okay, the next thing that you need to put in is your nose. So your nose is halfway between this eye line and your chin line. So again, I'm going to draw a little light line, right nose line. Okay, now just to show you, I'm not going to do super detailed nose. I'm just going to do a little oval line, just a little, not an oval, that's not an oval, a little curved line, just so that you get used to the nose. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is the eyebrows. How I like to do it is I'm going to go up with this nose line, and I'm going to go up right above the eye, and there's my eyebrow. Okay, now you don't always have to draw that line, but it just, when learning, that just helps me. You can erase it later, or you can just, that's a good part. Usually there's a shadow right there. So anyway, I'm not trying to get super detailed. Okay, so I'm going to draw the eyes real quick here. Forgot to do that. Okay, now it's starting to take shape. Awesome. Okay, now then the last thing is that from the nose, not the last thing actually, from the nose to the chin is halfway is your lip. Now, this is where it can get tricky. Okay. Lips, mouth, what do we call it? Mouth. Okay. This is where I can sometimes make a mistake. If you start your mouth at the line, it's going to be too low. So what you need to remember is this line is basically for the bottom of your lip. So the bottom of your lip line, okay? So I'm just going to do real quick little mouth there, okay? That it sits on this line. Because if you were to, let me just show you over here. I'm just going to do it real quick. Eyes, eyebrow, nose, looking a little bit like an alien. If you do it to where you start at that line and go lower, you can see that you then kind of start to lose your chin. So you don't want to do that. You want to have some space so your mouth kind of ends at that line. Anyway, okay, now we got ears. Okay, sometimes you can draw ears, or if your hair is covering it, you don't have to worry about. But just so you know where they are, they're right about where the eyebrow starts, and they go all the way down to the bottom of your nose. So I'm just going to draw simple ears, just simple little ears. Like I said, this is my stylized type of version. It's not super duper realistic. That's not, just trying to learn the basics. Okay, and then I'm going to do a neck. Usually women's neck is a little bit skinnier, and then a man's neck would come out a little bit wider. So it's totally up to you. I think I'm going to do a lady here. And then you can go ahead and draw the shoulders if you want. The shoulders, you will be able to tell if you've done them too wide or too narrow. If they're too narrow, it looks like you have a gigantic head, and you don't want to do that. You want your shoulders to come out like that, just basic. And she should probably have put a little top on her so she's not naked. Okay, now the hair. The hair actually goes, if you look at hair, especially if you look at my big hair, it will go above your scalp some, okay? So depending on your hairline, I'm just going to do a simple little scoopy. I'm going to go over the ears, and I like long hair, so I'm going to go long hair straight down. Just, okay, you can do it however you want to do. to do it. Let me show you some different hairstyles. And then you can do the same thing over here. All right. Just kind of got it tucked behind the ear on this side. All right. And that's basically it. It's very simple. And then you can, I suggest, you know, filling up a whole page of these until you get used to them. That's a good, like, homework assignment for yourself. Yes, we do homework even as adults, but if you're a kid and you're watching it, you should try to fill up a whole page of them. So that was me doing it in pencil. I'm going to see about trying it in something else. Let's try it in paint. I'm going to just use a little watercolor brush because that just makes it easy. And I got this new palette for Christmas. So fun. Derwent. I'm trying to remember what this is called. It's not watercolor, but it's similar. It's Graphitint, so it's kind of like graphite watercolor in a way. So I'm going to show you real quick how you're going to do it. I'm just going to get my paint wet. All right, so you can go and you can do your little circle. I'm doing a little bit smaller this time. You know, not circle, oval. Hello, shapes. All right. And then I'm gonna eyeball it. I know that's about halfway, so I'm gonna draw my eyes in there. Now I like to, you can do this oval like if you want, or you can just leave the little rainbow. That's kind of what I do, but I'm gonna draw the whole oval since I did it on that eye. I want them to be the same. Okay, then we're gonna do our nose. I know it's from halfway from the eyes down to the chin. So I'm just going to do a quick little nose there. I'm going to draw my line up so I can get my eyebrow. There's my eyebrow in there. Eyebrow in there. And then I'm going to put my little lips, remembering that it needs to end by that halfway from the nose to the chin. Good. Okay. And I know that my ears are in there. Just marking that. I'm going to put her neck in there. All right, now I'm going to do the hair, but because I have curly hair, I love, 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 love painting curly hair. And how I do that is I just do squiggles, and it's super fun. Squiggle, squiggle. Yeah, and you should make that noise. Squiggle, squiggle. Okay. Long hair. I have long hair. I think it's fun to use paint because you can get nice looseness and loosens you up. I love doing art that's a little looser. I am not interested in doing super realistic stuff. I admire people who do that because it is a talent, definitely a talent, and it's really awesome. I just don't enjoy that style of art. For me, I just don't enjoy making it. Can I do it? Yes. Do I like doing it? No. And life is too short to do art that you don't enjoy. So that is what I do. Okay. Put a little shirt on her. Do the shoulders. And there you go. There you go. All right. I have a thing for stripes, so. But just have fun with it and just practice. The only way that you are going to get better is practice. And then I like to go back. And then add some blush sometime. Ooh, that's a little dark. That's okay. And if something doesn't turn out the way you like, it's okay. You can do it again. I always put a little bit of a shadow right under the chin. Right there, a little bit there, a little blush. Cool, I like it. Okay, so now I'm going to do another one over here. Now, I will warn you that I am not... Okay, my camera had died, so I had to change all my batteries out, but what I was saying was... I think what I was saying was that I'm not the greatest at drawing men for some reason. I don't know why, but it always seems like my men turn a little bit more feminine. But like I said, if you want to do a face like a male face, you can do a thicker neck. Okay, so I'm going to do my eyes. I'm going to do, this time I'm just doing my rainbow shape that I like to do. I'm going to do a little bit different shaped nose. I'm going to go down, do a little up, do the eyebrows. Men tend to have a little bit more thicker eyebrows. And then just do a quick little mouth, ears. I think where I tend to go wrong is the hair. I'm not used to doing the hair, so let's see. I'm just gonna do a quick little, why is my paint not working? Quick little short hairstyle like that. Anyway, it's a little thick, almost looks like he's got a beard. I didn't do that intentionally, but there you go. So basically, what you just do is you just keep trying. You can try drawing all kinds of different things, and then what is really fun is when you start to once you get your basic face down, then you can start accessorizing. My favorite thing to do is glasses. Super fun. Okay, so yeah, like I said, just fill up the page, draw as many faces as you would like to do. Let's see, I'm gonna grab colored pencil, not that color. Let's do my favorite, Payne's Gray. Although I feel like this page is kind of drab. But yeah, you can do it with colored pencils, but again, you just stick to the formula that I told you. If you need to draw the lines, you can, but I've been doing it for so long, I can pretty much know. And like I said, you can do different little noses, quick little mouth. You can do the ears or not, depending on the hairstyle. And you just keep playing. You just keep playing. I think I'm going to do some bangs this time. Some bangs. Maybe a short hairstyle. And just keep trying. I do this a lot in front of the TV. Like, I will practice drawing faces in front of the TV a lot. A lot of times I'll draw the characters from the TV shows, which is kind of fun. But don't worry, one thing I would say about doing faces, don't worry about trying to get a likeness of somebody. Just practice. Right now, you're just practicing drawing faces and getting the proportions down. Later, you can try to get it to look like somebody if you want. But the other thing I like to do is once you get the proportions of your faces, and once you get the basic concept of how to do faces, then you can start pushing them and playing with it. If you want to do more characters, sorry, coffee break. If you want to do more cartoon characters or stuff, you still think you need eyes, nose, eyebrows, all of that. But you can push it a little bit. Like, let's see, I'll start with the ovals still, but then I'll even simplify it. This is when I start going into my little rainbow eyes. My characters tend to look off to the side for one reason. Still want to make sure that my nose is roughly in the right place, but I'll do more character noses, like just a little boop like that. And then I might do like a smile instead of more realistic nose. And then I always get the eyebrows. You can start playing with expression. But I'm still using that basic concept of where the things need to be on faces. But again, like I said, this is a little bit more stylized. A lot of times in my characters, I'll ignore the rule of the neck, and I'll kind of make it a skinny neck. I don't know why I like that. It's just kind of the way the characters had a shirt. But just have fun, play. And like, if I'm doing me, I'll draw my curly hair. Just do it super quick. Just play, just practice. Never get good at anything if you don't practice. So that's kind of how I do my characters, and I just go crazy, and then I start, sometimes when you get comfortable, you'll start changing the shape of your head a little bit. I do this shape a lot. But I'll still look for there, even though I haven't drawn the skull line, I still look for the halfway to make sure I get my eyes in the right place. I still look for the halfway for the nose, even though it's more cartoony. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you get the point. Let's see. And that's what you do. That's what I do. It's pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed this little class on how to do faces, heads, and everything. And and I hope you fill pages and pages of it. Keep practicing. Do all kinds. Look at pictures to see different hairstyles. Look at your family. It's really fun to draw your family. And just keep practicing. That's the only way you're going to get better, is by doing the work. I mean, I draw every single day. Almost every single day I draw. And that's how you get better. And just keep playing. Okay, I will see you next time. Goodbye.